This is my normal floor spot, but why is the sun doing this? Help. I was really excited to use natural lighting for this video, but I think we're gonna have to use a little artificial lighting as well. Hey guys, Caroline here. Today I am filming a super exciting video that honestly I should have filmed a month ago, but it's fine. We're here now. I had a crazy month of school and life and things, and it just... yeah, so anyways, this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend, which was a 4-day weekend for me, so I'm trying to catch up on all parts of my life, and one of those parts of my life was filming this 40K Q&A. I reached 40K probably, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago at this point, which is literally amazing because I'm already at 42K. So thank you so much to everybody who continues to subscribe and watch my videos and chat with me. And yeah, so I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited for like my first actual break of this year. Actually have time to film videos again, especially because it's the holidays and so work will be a little slower. Let's go ahead and get started with the 40K Q&A. I went through and I chose some questions, but depending on how long this video is, I might go back and like scroll through all the questions you guys left me. I asked on my community tab, so if you missed that community post, definitely check there every once in a while because I have been trying to post more things. Also, my iPad has about 21% battery, so let's see if we can film this video before my iPad dies. So one of the first questions that I want to address is, or that I want to answer, is something that I've actually wanted to address for a while, and it is, what does my username mean? So my username is wouldnt. It's probably been wouldnt for... God, time literally doesn't feel real, so I don't even remember when I changed it, but it's been probably like 2 years maybe since I changed my username from mgirlpersonal to wouldnt, and I get questions all the time about what it means, and there's an entire video about it, so I will definitely go ahead and link that video for you guys. But in short, wouldnt is basically a combination of my alts names. So Wono is my male alt if you're new here, hello. And then also Donghae of Super Junior is my other male alt. So it's a combination of their names, which means like ends up being Wonhae. I mean, if I were to say it with a very heavy American accent, Wonhae would be that, but it's Wonhae. And I just didn't like the way Wonhae like sounded on its own because it sounds like the want in Korean, wonhae. So I was like, well, how do I make it sound more like a username? And so I added a D to it. And I don't know what the D means. You can say that it means Donghae's first name, like the first part of his first name, the first syllable of his first name, or you can just be like wonhae with a D at the end. I don't know. But I think that it sounds a lot better than wonhae. I've heard different opinions from different people, but I just feel like it took me a long time to think of that name and change it and become comfortable using that name, and I feel like a lot of people are more comfortable now. The second part of this question that I chose was, how do you feel when people call you Wonhead? And I just like it does make me regret choosing this name a little bit when people confuse me and call me Wonhead, but my name is really Wonhae. I'm not a Wano head channel, but like, I mean, I could be. Just kidding. Have you ever felt scared to complain, talk about something because you're scared fandoms might attack you? Honestly, no. I mean, here's my thought process on when I make opinions about other groups and like talk about other groups and other topics and stuff. I am entitled to my own opinion on this channel. This is my channel after all, and I think that as long as you address something in a way that's like constructive criticism, which I've been on this platform for a long time, so I'm sure somebody in the comments is gonna be like,
there was this one time in 2013 when you like didn't do constructive criticism. You were a little harsher than constructive criticism.
That's fine, but I try to, when I make opinions about other groups, remember, like other companies, I don't care. The companies, the employees at the company, don't care. But when it comes to idols, I do recognize that the person I'm talking about could be somebody else's ultimate bias, and I wouldn't ever want somebody to just like outright hate on my ultimate bias and like groups that I stand. So I try to like have that same mentality. So usually when I upload a video about opinions, I think the last time I was very scared to do something like that was when I made my video critiquing the album packaging for All About Love and also Seven, because I was afraid that people would think that I meant like the groups and that I was hating on the groups, which was not not a thing. That was not my intention. Yeah, I think that was received fairly well. There's always going to be comments and people who like do not watch your video and who just sit there and came there to give you a dislike and leave you a hate comment. And I've been doing this for so long at this point that I like just don't care about those kinds of comments anymore. Like, I can tell if you watch the video or not before you comment. Like, can tell. What are your critiques about the culture of K-pop collectors and what are your praises? There's been a lot of like talk in the community this past year, especially, I feel like, that of like the K-pop collector unboxing community, and there's been a lot of stuff that I won't go through here. Like, it's just not my place and I just don't feel like I need to comment on it. But I will say that there are some toxic parts of the K-pop unboxing community, and there are some people who unbox groups just because they know it'll get them the views. And I have been doing this for so long that I will tell you, I've seen so many collectors come and go, and the ones that stay are the ones who actually genuinely, well, most of the time, there are people like this who have left the community for like other reasons, which is totally fine, but the ones who stay and the ones who have like longer lasting success, I guess is how I should explain it. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but the ones who are like, who stay for longer than like 6 months to a year are people who genuinely are unboxing groups that they enjoy, and they're talking about groups that they enjoy. If you're unboxing a group that you don't enjoy, but you know you're gonna get the views from unboxing said group, after a while, you're gonna get burnt out about it, or somebody's gonna figure out that you don't actually like that group and it's gonna be a whole thing. Another thing I want to say is that I don't want anyone to ever think that the people who in this community have like large Twitter followings or large Instagram followings or who have large YouTube followings are superior to any other collector or any other fan. Like, I would never want you guys to think that. I would never want to be friends with anybody who thinks that. Again, is not shade at anyone. I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen a lot of things, but I just am saying that I would never call myself the superior like mon bébé because I have a YouTube following of 40,000 subscribers. Like, I would never want you guys to think of me as the superior mon bébé or weenie because of my following, because that's not how it is. Like, I am equal to every other mon bébé out there. It doesn't even matter like how much merch I own. That doesn't make me a superior fan either. Like, I didn't want to say that. But some things that I really like about this community is, which I feel like is another thing that I also don't like, how close a lot of the collectors are. I feel like a group of people that I'm friends with, that I feel like a lot of my subscribers are also subscribed to them. Like, we have a lot of mutual followers and subscribers and things. And I kind of like that about the community because it makes it feel really close. But I also have seen some groups of people, which I hope is like, you don't think of my group as this, but like, because I'm not even in like one group. I feel like I'm in like 3 different groups of people who, like, it seems too cliquey, you know what I mean? Like high school cliquey, and like, we're not about that high school cliquey life. So, but I do like that about the community. I also like how there's a lot of people that I'm friends with who stan groups that I don't really collect. Let me say that. Like, I might stan the group, but I don't collect the group anymore. And I really like being able to see other people's collections. Like, I think it is so cool that I am friends with people who are so focused on like their ults, and then you come to my channel and I'm so focused on my ult, and I feel like it's nice to have that sort of variety instead of everybody being a Monster X collector. Everybody's a Monster X collector, or everybody's an Infinite collector, or everybody collects Super Junior or A-Pink or Treasure, even though everybody does collect Treasure. But yeah, so I like that a lot as well. And I definitely get a lot of like ideas and inspiration from my friends' channels, and I watch their videos and I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. Like, that is so cool. And it's just nice to like have so many people making videos about K-pop now, because when I started there really weren't that many, and it was a very simple, like, everybody did the same kind of format. And now I feel like there's like more variety in videos, which is really nice and really fun, because I've always been like I started a TikTok recently. Fun fact, I love it. I really started in January. If you had asked me, I would have been like, I will never post on TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok. And then in like April, I downloaded TikTok to follow idols, and like I was in quarantine, so I was like scrolling a lot and just like watching videos and whatever. I just find it fun. Like, so I'm realizing that on TikTok there's like only a couple of creators who do like more than just like challenges and reactions and things, and I'm trying to make my TikTok like I want to do a little bit of all that, but like have more variety to the kinds of TikToks I make, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's how the K-pop unboxing community has become too. Like, people will do different kinds of videos so that not everybody is posting the same kind of video all the time. That was a long tangent. Somebody said, what is your most memorable interaction with an idol in real life? I'm gonna assume this doesn't include fan sign calls, which I've only done one at this point. By the time you see this video, I'll know if I got into the Monsta X one, so that's terrifying to think about. But anyways, I think my most memorable interaction, it's a tie, either between me rapping into Juhan's microphone last August when I saw Monsta X We Are Here in LA. That was iconic, like amazing, amazing. And I'm mad that I don't actually have a video of it, and my friends who have video of it, every once in a while it'll just like vanish and then I'll find the video again. And then what was the other one? The one where I scared Joshua of 17 by yelling his name during whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called right now, but during sound check I yelled 17 Joshua's name, and he like jumped, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to scare you. I just like got excited and yelled your name. Oh my gosh. What is something you did as a new K-pop collector that you wouldn't do now? Buy everything from everyone. I used to collect everybody, and it was fun for a few years, and then it just became overwhelming. And in my opinion, if buying a comeback album feels like a chore, like, oh, I have to go buy this album because this group's making a comeback and this group's making a comeback, then you should consider maybe not collecting that group. It shouldn't feel like a chore. And so this year, what I did was only collected groups where I felt buying their album doesn't feel like a chore. So that's my advice I'd give my old self. Have you ever thought about dropping your whole collection? If yes, what held you back from doing it? I have never had this thought. A lot of people ask the question. I've never had a thought of dropping my entire collection. Like, never once. I've had thoughts of dropping everyone except for like my alts, but they don't usually like those thoughts don't usually last for very long, because then I actually look at my albums and I'm like, oh, but I like this collection so much. Where do you recommend buying like a display thing for a signed album? So I think you mean, I know what you mean. I'll post a picture of them because I'm too lazy to get up and get one right now, but I got them on Amazon. I'll link them down below. They're called acrylic stands and they come in different sizes. There's also wooden stands that I have, which I'm kind of more of a fan of the wooden ones these days, but yes. Somebody said favorite and least favorite album from your alts. Super Junior, my favorite album is probably Sexy Free and Single for Suju is my favorite. I love Sexy Free and Single and Mr. Simple. They're like my favorite eras from Super Junior, like full album wise. And that includes like the repacks of those albums. And then least favorite album from Suju is Mamacita. We're not a fan of the cowboy concept on Suju, at least. Infinite, my favorite album from them it's their first full-length album. Yes, that's my favorite album from them. And then my least favorite album from them is probably, well, I know my least favorite title track, but it's not my least favorite album because it's a repack song. It's probably between Infinite Only and Reality. I should just look at the track list. Oh, Top Seed? No, it's not Top Seed. It's definitely not Top Seed. I'm looking at the track lists on these. I mean, if I had to choose between these two, it's probably Reality is my least favorite album from them, their fifth mini, but I've never really disliked an album from Infinite, so there's that. From A-Pink, my favorite album from them is probably their newest album, which is amazing. I freaking love that entire album. And then my least favorite album is, which their newest album is called Look. I didn't even say that out loud. But my least favorite album from Pink Revolution, I like never listened to that album. And then from Monsta X, my favorite album is Shine Forever, the repack. Though, the Love Killa album is really good. Like, so the Fatal Love album is really good. And then my least favorite album from them, The Connect. I love Jealousy. Jealousy is a great song. It's one of my top Monsta X title tracks. But the B-sides on The Connect are really not my cup of tea. I'm editing this and I would like to make a formal apology. I forgot Lost in the Dream was on this album, and Destroyer. And I just need to take it back, so I'm gonna choose a new answer. I'm gonna choose follow just because I don't listen to half the track list anymore. So we love that for us. Is that the one that whatever album Roller Coaster's on too? But I think it's just Roller Coaster I don't like on that particular album. So I answered all the questions that I pulled up, but I think I want to answer like a couple more because this video is only 20 minutes raw so far. What? Community posts aren't available on iPad. They're available on phone, and I gotta grab my computer for this. I have Fantasia stuck in my head right now and I'm unsure why. Also, my ring light just turned off. Love that for me. Somebody said, this year, 2020 was full of hot rookies, but who do you think is most deserving of the Rookie of the Year award? 1 second. Not saying that I've been voting for them every single day on multiple accounts for Mama Rookie of the Year award, but I have been. Rookie of the Year. Absolute Rookie of the Year. All these comments that are like, what was your favorite comeback of the year? What was your favorite debut of the year? And like, do you really not know the answer to these things? I guess if we were to go outside of my ults, let's do that. So, because obviously like my ults were like the best comebacks of the year for me.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
So outside of my ults, my favorite comebacks of this year were probably, I loved IZ*ONE's One Iric Diary. Incredible album. I'm so excited for their comeback. Hengare. And then favorite debut of this year that wasn't Wano. Yes. And then maybe also in Hyphen. I haven't really enjoyed many rookies this year. I liked aespa's debut. I liked Treasure's debut a lot. And I'm excited for Hyphen, but at the time filming this video, their album is not actually out yet, so I can't actually say that. But number one. Not saying I've been voting on Mama for them for Rookie of the Year with multiple counts every single day, but like the only categories I vote in now are Rookie of the Year and everyone that Monsta X is in. So I haven't voted in any of the other ones in like a minute. Or no, Song of the Year I'm voting for Secret Story of This One. There's your Mama voting tea. Have you ever had some bad reactions from people because you listen to K-pop and collect albums? I feel like people still judge even though there's nothing wrong with it. Personally, the majority of my like judgment I had when I was for collecting and K-pop and stuff has been high school, early college, maybe. But I feel like it's become such like a normal thing for people now to like buy albums, and like I feel like in 2020 a lot of people just like don't care about other people's hobbies anymore. We're like, if that makes you happy, then you do you, because we're all stuck inside. So as long as you're not hurting anyone, like who cares, right? 3 groups you'd love to see at a concert. I miss concerts so much. The other day it was 2 a.m. and I was watching my 17 fan cams. 17 used to be one of those groups that I was like dying to see in concert, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that this year. I still really want to see Stray Kids live. I was going to see them live earlier this year. I had tickets, like high touch tickets, and then my show wasn't even canceled. I just was like very injured at the beginning of this year and probably couldn't have made the drive, and my doctor highly advised against it. So I didn't go. So I'd love to see Stray Kids still. I'd love to see BTS. I had tickets to see BTS this year and then it didn't happen. It was a birthday present I bought for myself because the show I was going to was 2 days before my birthday. And then obviously that didn't happen. But I still have my ticket. I'm pretty sure I still have my ticket. Yes, I'm excited to see BTS again. See BTS. I'd love to see them. I think they're amazing. I've seen like performances obviously and they're amazing live, but them, and then who would be the third group I really want to see live? I would say IZ*ONE, but I don't think that's very realistic for me seeing them live. So I think I would like to go to an NCT concert. I've seen Super M before, but I just saw like obviously 4 members of NCT, so I'd love to go to maybe not an NCT like OT23 concert, but I'd love to see Wavy and I'd love to see 127 and Dream. I'd love to see them all, honestly. But I just don't think they'd all come together. So 127 would probably be top of my list if I had to choose which unit to see first. I think I'm gonna answer like 2 more questions and then we'll call it good. How do you make photocard templates? I honestly could do an entire video about this, so let me know if you'd be interested in seeing it. But essentially I use Photoscape X on my computer for every photo or video I ever edit besides my Instagram photos. So any Instagram posts photos on like my main Instagram, I don't use Photoscape X for. I use a different program that's on my phone. But yeah, I use that for literally everything. I use it for my thumbnails. I use it for photocard templates. It's just like a really good program, and I have the pro version, but I just got the pro version like maybe a year ago, and it was just kind of like an investment I made for like my social media. But I could do an entire video about it and like how I do it and stuff. Let me know if you'd be interested. Tips on starting a trade sale Instagram. Again, could probably do an entire video about this. Oh man, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna answer that in this video. I'll make an entire video about it because there's so much I feel like I could go into. Somebody says tips on starting a photocard collection. I want to collect Monsta X OT7. Is it too late? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure all of their albums are still in print at this point in time. And you can find them still in print. And I'm pretty sure all of Wano's photocards are still in print, even though people overprice them. My main tips for starting a photocard collection is start with whatever era they're currently in, whatever the newest era is. So for you, if you wanted to collect OT7, I would start with Fatal Love for sure, because there's so many people trading and selling and buying cards right now. Other advice I have is don't buy overpriced photo cards. Please do not buy overpriced photo cards. I would say if you're collecting Fatal Love, the photo cards for Fatal Love should not be over, well, really, because there's like, how many things do you get in the album? 5? 4. I would not spend more than like $7 on a Fatal Love photo card. For a lenticular or mess card, I would not spend over $5 on them. And the bookmark, or the index card rather. Am I ever gonna call it the right thing? I would not spend more than like $5 on those things. And then I don't think it's too late. I definitely think you could still do it. I just start with the current album. After that, the easiest cards to find are Fantasia, I would say. And then I definitely would like download a bunch of templates so that you don't get confused, because the thing with Monsta X photo cards is that there's so many. There's like so many, and so what happened with me, especially the unit cards, if you collect those can be kind of confusing. That's like what I had the most trouble with. And then for Japan, there's like a bunch of random stuff that like is associated with each Japanese single, so I don't know how far you want to delve into things like that. But somebody asked, how did I learn Korean? When I was very new into K-pop, it was 2009, and let me tell you that companies were not very international fan friendly. You think they're not now, but they like really weren't back then, and so it was very hard to find things with English subs and things. And I learned Hangul first, the Korean alphabet. I just like looked up some flashcards online, and then I watched a lot of like, when I got into Super Junior, it was 2009 and they debuted in 2005, so I watched every variety program they had been on up until 2009, which was insane. And then I watched a lot of, once I got through all of that, watched a lot of K-dramas, just listening to a lot of music. I picked up a lot on like pronunciation and everything. So that is, and for keeping up with it, I'm really not good at keeping up with it because I'm lazy. So like Fan Cafe, when I first got it, for Monsta X, I was like, oh, let me just throw everything into it. I was like trying to figure out what they were saying before a translator could like translate it, or like, you know, somebody would throw it into Papago and translate it that way. So just learning the alphabet is where I would start, learn the syllables, and then like there's just some phrases that you pick up on super easily, like obviously introductions, like 안녕하세요, 저는 블라입니다, 반갑습니다, 감사합니다, 사랑합니다. What are some other like really 나만 바라봐? that's a song, a Taeyang song, if you know it. And then just like learning the English lyrics to a K-pop song. There's some phrases in there. 잘 부탁해요. I'm just trying to think of like things I said to Wano because like common phrases that stick in my mind. But yeah, there's also tons of books and like apps out there you can use as well. So how did you and Katie meet and become friends? Katie and I think we tried to figure this out when we were in LA together last year. Katie is Shawl, this person on YouTube. You probably know who they are. We became friends, I think, just from like commenting on each other's videos back and forth. I'm an in-spirit and she's a Shawl, so like automatically best friends. That's how it works. Yeah, I don't even remember. And then what happened was she tweeted about wanting to see Monsta X in concert, And I was like, yo, if you actually like I'll go with you. Because she was like, I don't want to go alone. I was like, if you go to the US, like I will go with you. Dead ass, we'll go to see Monsta X with you. And then we ended up both getting LA tickets and meeting in LA for the first time. It was the first time we'd ever met. That LA vlog is super cute. You should check it out. I love that vlog. It's like one of my favorite concert vlogs I've ever done. And then I think like we were pretty mutuals before that. And I feel like that trip we actually like got to know each other and became friends, and we're like, oh, we're actually like kind of the same person. So that is how we became friends. But most of my friends are like people whose channels I stumbled upon and like started commenting on their videos, and they like commented on my videos. Like people know me because I'm like a grandmother on this platform, which is so odd to think about. Like that's the other thing, like I can't even visually like see 40,000 people. So like I don't think I always like completely understand what that number means, but it's just very overwhelming, and I'm just very grateful all the time for this platform. I've hit some like crazy milestones this year, and I was not expecting that in what happened in 2020. It was a rough year for everybody, but yeah, it was definitely not what I expected this year to be. I had so many concert plans lined up. I was like, I'm gonna become a concert vlog channel, and instead I became a Target vlog channel and a haul channel, and here let me organize my shelves because I'm stuck in quarantine like kind of channel. So I do thank you all for like hanging out with me this year, and the year's not over yet. I have end of the year videos I'm gonna film once I get through finals, but I'm just very grateful all the time. I'm very thankful for everybody, and yeah, that is it for this video. I think we should end it there. That's a good ending point. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again for 40,000 subscribers, more like 42,000, but thank you. I hope we can hit some more fun milestones next year. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.